Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I want to do my next video in the series I'm doing right now about how to sell on eBay. Yeah, basically today I'm going to be doing the easiest things to sell. These might not be the most profitable things, might not be the thing you're most interested in, but these would definitely be great things for you if you're just looking to get a start on eBay, especially if you're trying to grow into a big business. So we're going to start at number 10. Number 10 is hardware and tools. So this is great, especially if you're a guy that's been working with a lot of tools, hardware, just making fixes around the house, doing it professionally, anything, for say even a couple decades now. So obviously you'd have a lot of knowledge, be something you're probably at least somewhat interested in. The bad part about hardware and tools is a lot of people, obviously if it's a lower end tool or it's a lower end piece of hardware, then they're probably not going to go looking online for it, especially for example, if they're just looking for one nail to finish off something they're rebuilding, obviously they're going to go to their local hardware store. Now, especially if you're looking to sell more high-end equipment, high-end tools and high-end hardware, that's definitely good, because a lot of people might not or would be looking for those tools and hardware ahead of time, and they definitely be looking to buy online for it a little bit cheaper. So the next one I wanted to do was small appliances. This goes anywhere from like kitchen appliances, like kitchen toaster blender, to like a lamp, to maybe, I'm just trying to look around here for a couple ideas. Really any small electrical appliance you can find around the house would be great for someone that's just getting their feet off the ground. Obviously if you've been, I'd say, even living in a house for 10, 20 years, then obviously you're familiar with a lot of the stuff that is around your house, how it works, how you bought it. So it's a great way to get some very good experience to start off. Next one is movies. This one's a little bit more of a broad thing to sell. You might want to focus more on a specific set of movies, maybe a specific type like vintage movies or Blu-ray, DVD, anything like that. Movies definitely more flexible thing to sell. Obviously, again, a thing that a lot of people are familiar with. It does give you a little bit more flexibility. There's always going to be a large buyer market for on eBay. People are always going to be looking for a cheaper movie on eBay than they could get at like Walmart or Best Buy. So that's definitely a great thing to start selling. Next one is books. Now, pretty much same thing as movies. Gives you a lot of flexibility on how to sell them. You could choose a specific type of book, specific author, really anything. I don't know if you want to narrow it down to a specific author, but anyway, again, I think a lot of people are familiar with. Think that a lot of people would have a fun time and interest in selling. Large buyer market, which is good. Something that you could probably buy and resell for very cheaply. Something that you probably find. I mean, you could probably go around any city you're at and find someone that's looking to get rid of a ton of books for cheap. Great thing to get your feet wet with on eBay. Next one is music and vinyl. So this one's a little bit tougher. A lot of the sellers that have been in music and vinyl have been in it for all their lives. They really know what they're doing, but at the same time, it's also something that if you know anything about the music you're selling, you'll probably be somewhat successful at it. I mean, you could look at it as even the tougher competition will get you even better at what you want to sell after you sell music and vinyl. Vinyl's making a huge comeback right now. Obviously, CDs wouldn't be the best thing to sell right now, but vinyl, there's a lot of places you could find it for cheap. Find old used vinyl, and if you know anything about any records, then you could probably pick a couple up that you could sell online for about 3 times as much as you bought in a used record store. So that's a good one to sell. Next one is coins. Now, coins is probably the most I'd say most advanced thing on this list. The thing with coins is it's very easy to get started with. There's a lot of effective self-help guides out there for how to get your coin business off the ground. Basics to know about it. There's a lot of people who've been very successful in selling coins. There's a large buyer market, but there's also a large seller market. Also, you can be very specified with what you want to sell in coins, because obviously there's coins that are worth upwards of I'd say even $1,000. But if you're trying to work with just common coins that have print runs of more than 10,000, then you can probably work within the $5 to $10 range of most coins. If you stay competitive with your pricing, if you keep good customer service, keep all your customers happy, then even having a little bit better pricing than all your other competitors will make you very successful in coins. The next one is shoes. So this one, you might want to be a little, sounds old, I say it, sound ridiculously old when I'm saying this, but you might want to be a little bit more with the times, a little bit more paying attention to trends and fashion. But at the same time, there's always going to be sneakerheads out there, and obviously girls always love to buy shoes, and especially when you get into the older age of girls, they're always going to be looking for cheaper shoes to buy than they would be able to find in store. Guys are always just looking for the place where they can find the next shoe for their collection, or if they're just looking for a pair of new shoes, a lot of people will go straight to eBay, find shoes that have only been worn a couple times or still brand new in box. So yeah, there is a large buyer market. There's also a very ravenous market for it. So shoes is a great place to start off. Also has a lot of potential. Next one is clothes and fashion items. So this goes anywhere from like shirts, shorts, things like that, socks. Now, the thing with that is you probably have to stay a little bit more trendy with it. So I'd say right now a few good examples are for, I guess this could be unisex, but like our Polo, Lacoste, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, a couple things that are coming to mind right now is just a little bit more trendy, expensive clothes. Obviously like Nike, Under Armour, but they've been in the game for a little while. Really anything you can find that's pretty trendy right now, if you're able to catch it when it's just going up on the trend, and you know what you're doing, you sell it at its peak, then you definitely will make a lot of money. So clothes and fashion items, if you have any knowledge in the subject, but also if you're looking to gain a lot of knowledge in a subject about trends, that's a great place to do it. Next one is video games. So video games is probably more oriented for younger guys that are selling on eBay, especially teenager, like late teens, early mid-20s. But the thing with video games is there's always going to be people looking to buy video games on eBay, especially the newer video games for cheap. Also, if they're looking to find maybe like a 10-year-old video game or a 20-year-old video game that's kind of hard to find in stores, then eBay is a great place to look. That might be the first place they look. So if you do have like an old video game collection, or you've been a video game collector for a while, or you just have a lot of knowledge on the subject and you're looking for something to sell, then video games is probably one of the easiest things to do. It's second easiest on my list. So next one is brand name technology. This is more specified towards things like Apple iPhones, Apple computers, like a Dell computer. I don't know if you want to go into something as broad and big and expensive as computers, but phones is normally a very popular one. Even video games could fit into this category. Really anything that's got a big brand name to it that's technology, cameras, camcorders, GoPros, stereo, things like that. Again, it really depends on what you're looking to fit your niche towards. But brand name technology is something that really anyone that has a phone has at least somewhat an idea of how to use it. Easy to figure out how to sell it. There's always going to be a large buyer market for it, and it's also something that teaches you, sometimes brutally quickly, a lot of valuable seller lessons on eBay, especially with how ruthless some buyers can be, what buyers expect, how much your things are going to sell for, how trends are going at the time, a lot of important things. So even though you might not sell everything for the top dollar you expect at first, it's going to give you lessons that you would need in the long run anyway to be successful on eBay. Things are going to be way more value than money. Trust me, I've been through the same situation. So yeah, that's my list. 10 to 1, easy or hardest to easiest. So yeah, if you're just looking to get your feet wet on eBay, basically looking for something to sell, you're not really exactly sure what it is, if you don't really know what your passion is, those are just 10 ideas of easy things to sell, things that I think I've sold almost everything off that list. Maybe not hardware, smaller appliances, but everything else I think I have. So and I've had good experience selling in all of them. Each of them has given me a different experience and helped me out in a different way. So I hope it can do the same for you. And if you have any questions for me about eBay, anything about selling like that, just let me know. So that's pretty much it. See ya.